Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we have got Himanshi on our channel and she has got a very unique experience that she came from India to UK directly for work. And this is the experience which I want to explore in this video as this will be really helpful for me as I'm talking to her. It's like really something new and unique to learn from her and also for the audience who is watching this video. So I'll directly put Himanshi on the spotlight and ask her to introduce herself. Please Himanshi, could you
Hi
introduce?
Darshan, yes. So my name is Himanshi and I just landed up in UK on 12th of Feb and I'm working here in a bank. So I came from India. I didn't apply for this job from India, but I was working in a company. It's a software company in India, and this bank is customer of that company. So when my last assignment finished, I was offered this UK assignment. So I gave some level of interviews and I cleared those rounds, and then they sponsored me. So basically, for UK to work in UK, you have to get a sponsorship letter. So if any company is ready to sponsor you, you can get the work permit for UK and you can come here. So the process is quite simple. You just need a sponsorship letter from the company, which in some cases it's not that easy to get because they have to invest a lot in you. So you have to be highly skilled for that. You have to clear the interviews, and then if they are ready to sponsor you, so you'll get the job and you can come and work here.
Yeah, thank you for introducing Himanshi yourself. And let me just straight away talk about the unique experience. And I just want to make sure that we talk in a very step-wise fashion so that the audience get the full insights into it. So, can you just let me know that what kind of stream did you had in your high school, plus one, plus two, and then basically starting from that, how did you landed up in the UK and any kind of education? What kind of education you did in your after passing your high school? Then what kind of experiences did you have? So let's put that into perspective over here for the audience.
So I did computer science engineering from India. Like 11th and 12th, I chose a non-medical field. So after that, I chose computer science engineering. I did it from Chandigarh, and I did my 4 years of graduation from there. And then my first placement happened from that college, and I got selected for my first company. I worked there. So in total, I have 5 point something years of experience in total. I started working in 2015. So I worked in my first company, and from there also I went to Finland for a small workshop. It was a short stay there, and there I learned a lot of things, and there I got the exposure, abroad exposure for the first time, and I realized, okay, life is really good here. So from that time I made up my mind that I have to do something good in IT and maybe out of India. So since then I was trying outside, and I went to Finland in 2017. So after that some things happen in life. So I was there in India in HCL, and I worked there for 1 year. Then again, I was targeting for some other country, maybe for higher studies. But then this offer happened to me. I chose this offer and I came up here. So
Yeah, okay. Thank you for sharing this. So let us try to explore
yeah,
it bit more. So you were saying about that you were planning to
yeah.
study as well. So let's try to expand this. Like, where were you planning to study? And secondly, then how did you make that kind of decision that now you should be taking this offer of work in UK as compared to your study? So let's try to highlight that as well.
Okay, so my target country was Germany for studies because in current scenario, I think Germany for IT is a boom. It's they are offering like very high salaries. Lifestyle is really good, and so Germany was always my dream country. So just to like start my career and settle there, I was planning for Germany. So. And why I chose this offer letter, because of course, I mean, even if working studying in a country is just a way to go and settle there. Honestly, people who say they just want to study there and come back, I think it's not true. They really want to settle there. So when I got these two offers in parallel, so I thought working here and making some money would be more interesting and good for me. So that's why I chose this offer and I came here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for sharing this. Now, let us talk a bit about the application procedure as well. So, I understand that you were working in some company in India and they had a consumer, which was a bank in UK, and that's how the switch happened. So, what was the application procedure? Did you had to give IELTS? What were all the documentation? Was it just a sponsorship letter you required or something else as well?
Okay, so when you come on a work permit in UK, you don't need IELTS. You will get the score from the other documents that you have. One is the sponsorship letter, and sponsorship letter I think is the main. So
Yeah.
IELTS I have not given, and other documents like you have to get your TB test done. Procedure was quite simple. You have to get your
Okay.
test done. You have to get your sponsorship letter. You have to get your insurance letter, and your visa. You have to get then your passport, and the process is like you just have to apply. And the kind when you come from India, you come on ICT visa. So there are like different types of visas. I think you must be aware of since you have studied here. So if you study from UK, you get a general visa, and if you come from India, you get ICT. So you have to convert into general to get the PR in the country. So initially you get the ICT. So I got long term ICT visa for UK, and so other than that, the process is quite similar for applying visa.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for letting us know this very, very clearly. And I'm a bit curious as well because this is very first time I'm seeing someone who has got directly a work visa for UK. So I want to just talk a bit about your education background. So were you always like a brilliant student who used to achieve good marks in your college life in Chandigarh, the university which you were studying in? So how has that been? So or do you consider it's like more of your experience which has taken you to UK?
Okay, I won't say that I was very, very intelligent, but of course, I was a smart child. So I just maintained my grades always, like they were not bad or not very good. So I was an average student. So in my degree, I had like average scores. And at that time, what was important was to get a placement, which I like made it. And in my IT career, I just maintained the graph. I always went up, never down. So like maybe I'm not
Yeah.
flaunting, but if I compare myself to my other colleagues, so I am doing really good. And the only thing is like when I want something, I just focus on that. When I was trying for studies for Germany, I knew that German is going to be like really important for that. So when people were wasting time in COVID and making statements like, oh, their 1 year got wasted or something like that, so I was investing my that time also into learning that language. So I
Yeah. Yeah.
did my A1 level also. So it's all about, yeah, how much motivated you are to do something. So I like on time I changed my companies. I was making very good money in India also. So when I left India, my package was really good. And here also, I think if you talk about earnings and how much money you can make. So to give you a brief about the overall income people can make after graduating, so it starts from 23,000 pounds, which for a fresher, like if you are college passed out, I think it starts from 23,000 pounds, which is the minimum. And from 23 to 30, I think it's the bracket in which they can make money. And if you got
Is
some
it like if you graduate from UK or is it if you
from
graduate from India?
no, no, from UK, because I have
From
friends.
UK.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Yeah, I have friends, so I know how much they're getting after doing even masters. So this is the
Okay.
bracket
Okay.
once you
Okay.
come out of your college. And if I talk about myself, I can't tell the exact figures, but it is somewhere about around 45 to 50,000 pounds. So if you are experienced
Incredible.
and yeah, you're skilled, you'll be like nicely paid. So lifestyle is good. I'm making good money and things are
Yeah,
good here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that is really incredible, as you have told, and you have been always someone like who has always been learning the new stuff. So even when you were in the company, you weren't like constant that I've got a job, that's all good, but you were still kind of learning. You were you were having some new experiences, going to Finland for the workshops, and that is really motivating as well. And now let's kind of try to explore a bit about your profession. I would say like mentioning your expenses, because sometimes let's say if someone earns here 30,000 pounds in UK, if you try to convert it in India, it might look it's like 30 lakh rupees. Oh my god, he's earning a lot of money. But in reality, if you think about, there are expenses in UK as well, which are pretty much high, because you're having a rented house, and then maybe transportation is a factor. So let's try to explore how are you managing your expenses. By this I mean is like, what's your cost of living in UK, of staying over here, and is it manageable with that amount of salary or not?
Yeah, it's completely manageable. And of course, in UK, living expenses are really high, and uh, it differs if you're working professional or a student. Because if you're a student, you definitely have to cut short on the things, on the expenditures that you do. But if I think I'll say honestly, huh? So
Yeah.
if you are working and making good money, so you can be a bit more relaxed and can spend without thinking much. So here, tax is also one part of your salary. So
Yeah.
uh, just suppose if you're making 50,000 pounds a year, so 21% will be deducted from it as a taxable income, and so you'll get the remaining money uh, like monthly. So here the living expenditures, as I said, it's high, and if you want to live in like in the middle of the city center, then definitely sky is the limit. You can spend as much as you want, but I think we should not spend a lot of money. So my if I talk about my rent, I am paying 600 pounds for my flat, and that's my just the room rent. And apart from that, like if you go out, you eat something, you buy something, so you can it's totally up to you. It like this is my first month, so my expenditures were a bit high. Maybe in the coming days it will go low because I'm just settling, so it can be around plus 2 300. So but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, basically I think for cost of living is kind of division of two things. One is your fixed cost, and second is your variable cost. As she said, the fixed cost is of your rent. The 600 pound has always to be going out from her bank account. But the other thing is like variable. You can adjust your food cost, you can adjust like the way you travel or the way you transport. You can transport through buses, railway, and etc. So I believe like as I said, like if you're earning approximately 45k to 50k pounds, I think it's manageable, right?
Yeah, it's very much manageable.
It's manageable. So what do you think? Like, how has your experience been in UK? So would you recommend someone to like come in UK, or you've got some other beliefs or perspective or opinion? Just please share that.
I'll definitely recommend come to UK. It's I think yesterday also I was talking to one of my friend, and I was telling the architecture of UK. I think it's best in the world. Whenever I go out, I'm in love with the streets and the buildings. They're so beautiful, and it's a beautiful country definitely. So you can plan to come to UK if you're getting a job here directly. If you get a sponsor here, so I think that will be the best thing that can happen to you. Without any second thought, just go for it. The currency is very strong, lifestyle is really good. You just don't have to think about it. Pack your bags and come here. And if you have to plan for studies, then you just have to make three things to be like very sure. Your communication skills should be very good. uh, English is needed, no other language if you're coming here. Your English should be very good, and your technical background should be very good. Like if you're a fresher, then you should be like uh, very motivated, intelligent, and focused, so that you can get a good job after you complete your studies. And I think these two things. And if you lack somewhere, if you think that there could be a problem, uh, maybe a language problem, or your score grades were less in your uh, grad in school time, maybe high class, so you can plan for other countries like Canada. So I think that will be the best option for you. I can tell you genuinely, because Canada offers you great master courses, great diploma courses, and very easy PR sponsorship. So I think then in that case you should go for Canada. But otherwise, if you are technically very sound, you got a very good background, so definitely UK. There's no comparison of UK with any other country, I feel.
Yeah, great. Okay, so like, do you think have you got any plans for settling in UK? Do you think will you be settling?
My plans every year change, so if I say something today, I don't know that will happen. So right now, definitely I'm loving this country and I would love to settle here, but let's see where life will take me. So it can be anywhere, but right now I'm enjoying my time. I would love to settle here.
Great. So just as a final word from my side for the audience, that Himanshi herself has got her own YouTube channel. So do check out, and even she makes like really amazing Instagram reels. I've personally watched them. So also do follow her on Instagram too. And even if you've got some specific questions related to her journey which she has shared, make sure that you're disturbing her, pinging her again back and forth. So make sure to do that. And I would really like to thank Himanshi. Like, thanks for sharing your experience. There was a lot for me personally to learn, and I hope that the audience would be getting amazing insights from your journey. So thanks for coming here, taking your time, and also for the audience, thanks for taking your time. Have a nice day. Thank you.